So RUFAI OSENI speaks out on greed and accountability in Nigeria. Yes, according to him, he said that a lot of people are using his face to scam people online. In other words, they are generating his face to do fraudulent scheme online. So right now he's warning Nigerians that they should be careful of those platforms that promise what's it called, unrealistic returns. Those platforms that will tell you bring 20 naira, by next tomorrow I will turn your 20 naira to 300 naira. He said everybody should be careful, and if you do those kind of things and they scam you, that it is your greed. It is your greed now in scam you. It is your greed, not because they use his face or anybody's face. It's because of your greed. No investment, nothing. You bring on 1,000. They say they will turn your 1,000 to 1 million. Tokum, you put your head. When they scam you, you start running scatter, looking for the person's face so they use to scam you. He said he's not responsible and he's not aware that he has warned on TV, he has warned people on radio station that they should be careful. Man, it may not even be only him. They can use any celebrity face to scam you. Did you work for the 1 million? Did you work for the 100,000 naira? When you work on drop 1,000 to collect 1 million? It is not a joke. It is not a joke. So he also went for that. He connected this particular greed aspect to the Nigerian budget and to the politicians. He said those are the reason why they hurt us, because of our greed. We are too greedy. You understand it? So he said something about the budget that interests me so much. You understand it? I love this man, not be small. You understand? Because of accountability. He said that Nigerians need to start looking into budgets. Because we don't care about the budget. We don't like to look into the budget. And that is why they are doing what they are doing, and they will get away with it. Say they want to do a budget show. I just pray this thing work. He said they want to do a budget show where they will break down the budgets, so that we will see how money is being allocated, where the money is being, everybody will be holding everybody accountable. He spoke something about accountability. Very important. RUFAI and accountability in 5 and 6. And that's why they don't like him, because he hold people for neck. He hold people for neck. And that's why we love him. I'm a very big fan of RUFAI. You want yourself? We go hold you accountable there. Why? You understand it? So I just pray that budget show, this thing come to reality. I'm telling you. So we know. He said Nigerians don't pay attention. We don't check. They will just release budget. Bah, they will add everything inside budget. We will not even bother to check. How won't they get away with it? He said a lot. I will not lie to you. Make it up like say, now make they talk too much. You understand? Let's listen to him and learn wisdom now. Water, wisdom, the poor. Now listen. Let's go.
Generous to some people, but still went ahead to kill people for money. Does he think that his generosity is prevailing? It's only generosity that doesn't have any ulterior motive that is true generosity, and that is in line with God. And please, for the opting time, I beg you, do not call me again and tell me that RUFAI, I saw your video, I saw your face, and that was why I went to enter a fraudulent scheme. I will never promote any fraudulent scheme. But you yourself are greedy, and it's your greed that you should work on. Anybody that tells you that they will give you 1 million for bringing 80,000 naira, no investment can do that for you. They are all lying. Go and check the government regulated investment scheme. The best you get is a couple of percentages. So anybody that tells you they are going to double your money astronomically is a lie. So your greed let you be, and it's part of the lack of research we are talking about. People just see things. I have talked about this thing over and over, that people can use my face and they use AI. People still keep sending me messages that is RUFAI. The last person that came to meet me, out of pity, I gave him some money back to his vein, but I'm not going to do that again. I've announced it. Stop being greedy. And that's why politicians also hurt people. So please, I beg you, stop being greedy. Because I'm not going to listen to such concerns again. I've done disclaimer, I've done it on TV, I've done it on radio many times. In fact, almost every Sunday I keep doing it on radio, and people still fall for it. It's your greed we need to check. Please keep your money. A bed at hand is worth 100 any elsewhere. I beg you. So moving back to my subject matter. So because somebody shows generosity because they want political position does not mean that they are generous. What you should be concerned about as citizens, the first question is, ask them the accountability question. And that's why I ask them the accountability question. It's the question they can't understand. That's why they keep shouting, RUFAI is this, RUFAI is that. Well, you see, I've learned not to listen to noise like that again. All I do is I impact my generation. It's because I'm impacting. That's why I'm the subject matter. So, it's the accountability question you should ask them. What will you do with the budgets? How much project will you bring to this community? Yesterday I was speaking in a forum that the Nigeria I'm praying for to be better. A lot of the cultural problems are hindering us seeing this better Nigeria in my lifetime. Because take for instance, the budget process in Nigeria has always been organized by the civil servants for many years. And they always put projects to siphon money in the budgets. And that has been our budget cycle for over 20 years. Even longer than that. Longer than that. There's a particular place where they will put, that's why you see that, you will see some projects that ought not to be in a ministry, in a certain ministry. You will see projects like pregnancy awareness campaign in a military that has nothing to do with pregnancy. And all of those things to siphon the budget. And this is a budget that is not even adequate. When we set about a budget target of about $40 billion, we don't even meet it most times. We don't even get the revenue. The federal government revenue was about 10 trillion, just a little bit over $10 billion. After shared and all of that. But because they know a lot of people will not demand those accountability. They don't even know about these things I'm talking about. How many Nigerians here take our time to scrutinize the budgets? Maybe one of these days we'll even take you through, we'll do a budget show where we even scrutinize the budget. I've been saying that thing because also it demands time. And even the society that even bring our attention to most of these cases, how many can they do? What is the funding? And that's why I see media demands a lot of funding. Media demands a lot of funding. For instance, if this budget show I'm telling you about is going to cost millions to bring on, because I need to get a research team that will break it down. I can't do it all alone because you see, they know that you're not going to look through the budget. It's about 5,000 line items. So they know you're not going to scrutinize everything one by one. If I'm going to get a research team that's going to do a detailed work, and at least I pay minimum wage to about 10 people, then we have another eye that will look at it. By the time in payment cost alone is going to millions. So they know it's not going to take that level of rigor. And that's why I tell people media is expensive. You think to file one media story in Nigeria today, do you know how much it costs? Cost of transport for the reporter, cost of transport for the cameraman. Some stories you might need 2 cameras. Today, if you want to tell the story better, you might need a drone angle. Cost of security and protection. When you file in all those costs, if it's a story that you have to stay there overnight, cost of accommodation, you have to fly there, cost of flights. So you want to go and file one story, for instance, in Maiduguri. You first fly to Abuja, go come, that's about close to 400k. Go come. Then minus your en route travel, you get security protection, you get source protection on the ground, you get people. Just for filing one story that a lot of people see, can set you back millions of naira. That's why it's not an easy venture. But they know you don't know all of this, and when you see people that ask accountability question, you start to blame them. And that's why they go through the system and they manipulate. But you think the person is generous because they have given you something. Worse still is the person is from your tribe. Oh yes. Because somebody is from your tribe does not mean he will favor you. The only thing you can do to make that person favor you is to hold him accountable in the first place. And be jealous. Nigerians electorates are not jealous. They need to be able to hold politicians and ask, what are you doing for us? Because the politician there, it is because of his own needs. You know the reason why over 70 to 80% of Nigerian politicians do not go there because they want to make societal change. If they truly want to make societal change, they might not be in politics. They can make societal change in every area. But you know the reason why they go there? Because they have access to higher resource. I bet you, if the president of Nigeria, if Nigeria is structured in such a way that the president of Nigeria has a ceremonial power, but for anything national spending, there are institutions that handle that have all the power, and the president does not have power over the finance and other things of the country, nobody will want to run for president. And the president cannot influence anything. That the institutions are built in a way that they are so strong that the judiciary is independent of the executive and all of that, nobody will run for president. It's because it is juicy. The executive have an oversight and all of that. That's why they can muscle the state and the assemblies, they can muscle judiciary and other parts. That's why everybody are going for the position. So, but for you, your own guard should be accountability. Look at the politicians now. Look at the crop of politicians. Ask them, what did they do with their lives before they come to politics? A lot of them cannot answer that question. Go and ask them. How many of them were successful in their personal lives before they came to politics? A lot of them. And that's why for them they don't care. Look at the killings in Ngoshe in Borno. I saw the video, I was shocked. Look at how people are being treated. See a message I got this morning. And the phone lines to call, I'll open it now, is 0818-099-1991. Look at the message I got this morning. Sir, I served as an ad hoc presiding officer during the recent FCT election. Underwent 3 days intensive training, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Fully committed to credible and transparent election. At the end of the day, we were paid 4,500 for feeding and 9,000 as honorarium. Daily transport expense alone was exceeding 4,000 throughout the 3 days of training. Considering the level of physical responsibility and stress and time invested, the compensation does not reflect sacrifices made by ad hoc staff. We appeal for a fair review of remuneration structure. We slept outside our rack, and we call on Nigerians to speak up and support us. Anonymous. This is how I get so many messages. So if I give this person 100,000 naira, won't I win them over in an election process? So these are the issues. So like I've spoken about accountability, must learn to hold people accountable. Because you can't build a society. I have talked about this thing.